And I think we're good. So what do I do?
Live.
Do I do the Periscope, you do Facebook, or is it the other way around?
I do Facebook.
Alright.
That's what I usually do anyway.
Alright guys, so we're just pulling up our feeds right now so we can interact with the loving audience out there and talk about WWE Summerslam and the aftermath. Oh, I've not changed my shirt in a while. McFlo has joined us.
Yo, what's up, McFlo?
How can I have a regular...
AKA the female version of Fred.
Yeah, the big fight didn't start yet anyway. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, we're trying to get this before the big fight starts.
It's going to take forever anyway. They're going to do a lot of build. And it'll be over...
Lots of promos.
It'll be over in 10 seconds anyway.
The entrances are going to be like a half an hour long just in itself. They're going to... It's like WrestleMania. They push like... They're going to push it hard, like the main event. They're going to like... The fucking entrances are going to be elaborate. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to be like a whole big bunch of shit, basically. Who do I think is going to win? I'm going to say McGregor because I have money on McGregor. So I hope he does win.
I think Mayweather's going to win, but I want McGregor to win. I'm just going with logic here. All right, so we're going to jump right into our episode. We're not going to fuck around too much because we've got a lot of stuff to go through. Here's our SummerSlam.
Yeah, we're going to go through a lot here. So let's just do it.
All right. And we're going to go live. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast!
Who the fuck are you?
You illiterate cunt!
What the fuck are you talking about?
Guys, we are back here on the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. We had one huge-ass week of wrestling to talk about. We had
Too much.
We had our big SummerSlam showdown with the Wrestling Nerds Alliance. I'd like to thank Rob, Cliff, and Ed for helping us get through that. That was a lot of fun. I hope the liquor didn't create any rifts between us.
I'm sure it did.
I'm sure it did.
The rivalry, much like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, will always continue with the Wretched Wrestling Podcast and the Wrestling Nerds Alliance.
Fight forever.
Fight forever. Basically, the rift has ended, but much like a river, there's always waves and ebbs and flows.
Derailed immediately. Time to go home.
I'm tired tonight, baby.
No, we had a good show. I thought it was a fun time.
It was a fun time. We had a great time.
Yeah, there was a couple. We had a couple technical difficulties, so I'm sorry if we had a little bit of a. At least if I was in a mood to start off the show, it was a little bit of a challenge getting it all set up, doing the Google Hangouts and whatnot. But we got it done, and it was fun, and hopefully we'll do it again. Freddie, gonna share that, or
I did?
Oh, you shared it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So guys, we have so much to go through. We can't waste any time. We got McGregor and Mayweather fighting tonight.
Yeah.
So
we're trying to watch that match.
We're trying to watch it on my computer while we're recording.
Of course, we paid for it.
Yes, definitely. We definitely
paid for it.
We didn't do anything illegal.
Just disclaimer: we definitely paid for it.
Definitely paid for it.
Yes.
It's definitely not on a shady website whatsoever.
It's never on a shady website.
Definitely not.
No, it's not on a Marshall Mathers website.
No.
Never.
So guys, let's talk about... Fred, we went to NXT... We went to NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3 this past week.
We were there.
Man, what a show.
We were here, there, and everywhere.
We were here, there, everywhere, baby.
Specifically in the Barclays Center.
Right, there.
Exactly, we were the there part.
Yeah, and we were also at Hank's Saloon right beforehand as well.
Yes.
That was good.
So we were almost everywhere.
If you guys ever managed to make it to the Barclays Center, whether it's for a basketball game, a hockey game, or a wrestling show, go to Hank's Saloon. It is literally the best hole in the wall you can find within a couple blocks of the Barclays Center.
I think I saw a hole in the wall.
I think there were a few
in the
holes.
bar.
I don't think
there's literally a hole in the wall.
I'm not even sure if they had walls because it was so dark in there.
I know. I like it there, and everyone's cool, and the bartenders chill and stuff like that. It's just like good pregame place to go to, and then of course, because you don't want to spend $1 million on a beer like we had to do at the Barclays Center,
right.
So anyway, we were at NXT Takeover Brooklyn. I would say, was it? I don't know if it was a great show, but was it as good as last year? It's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to.
They haven't had a
surpass.
They haven't had a bad takeover in Brooklyn yet. All three of them have been very good. This one was surprisingly better than I thought it would be.
People were saying that they thought this was the best takeover Brooklyn yet.
I
would disagree with that, but I thought it was a great takeover.
I almost kind of want to agree because I thought like
really?
every match was way better than expected. I had no expectations of the Authors of Pain versus Sanity, but that was a phenomenal match, and the crowd was like very fucking hot for it. There was some crazy high spots in it.
That was a very good match.
But I also went in and was like, I don't give a shit about Sanity challenging for the titles, but it ended up being very good.
Yeah, and it's good for Sanity because they do need some legitimacy. I mean, not that they do win a lot, but it's nice to have nice to know that they have some gold now.
Right, and then they got jumped after the match by Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah.
So I guess they're going to challenge them for the tag titles next.
And then Asuka and Ember Moon fucking burned the house down.
Man, wow, what a match!
That was a great match.
Why can't WWE main event rosters do shows like this? Like, feel this important?
Yeah, you know what? It's just like, I don't know. I mean, it was a great build. Everyone, Ember Moon had that shoulder injury. I guess it was a shoot that she had a shoulder injury, but.
You mean for real? You mean?
Yeah.
Kayfabe free?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's been built up for a while. It did not disappoint. Everyone's been waiting for Asuka to drop the title, but she didn't do it on Saturday. But it looks like she actually did relinquish the title.
Yeah.
This week.
Yes.
Apparently, I had a collarbone injury, which, much to my surprise, I mean, we were there live. We didn't see her favoring that collarbone whatsoever, she's fucking more badass than I thought.
That's how good she is, that she was injured, had a broken collarbone, she could be out 2 months, but it didn't show at all in that match. That match...
Unbelievable.
I wasn't looking forward to it, because I didn't want Ember Moon to win, and I thought she was going to win, and I was very surprised, I was very taken aback to see that Asuka retained, and now that she's hurt, it's kind of like, well, thank God that he did it this way, because... Now, like, they can't tarnish her record. We always have this problem of when NXT people get called up, they have to lose and job, and then they're supposed to be, like, expected to be main eventers in the next thing. It just happened with Shinsuke. He lost to Bobby Roode 2 matches in a row, and, like, I'm supposed to take him as a legit threat on the main roster. So it's like that kind of... It's kind of like a... It's a tough situation that they get put themselves into with these NXT call-ups. So I was kind of like, this. They did this one perfectly. She got hurt. She finished the match, won the match, still champion. The only way she loses the title is because from injury, kind of like what happened to Seth Rollins a few years ago.
Yeah, it's like even
nobody could beat her.
And if she didn't, I'm thinking more whether or not this is a work now, because really, what could have happened? To her at this point. Could have Ember Moon faced her again in the next takeover and beaten her?
That's a good question.
Sure. Could she have been NXT champion and moved up to the main roster and still been undefeated? Sure, but that's been done already, and it kind of like makes the division kind of skewed in her direction. This seems like a great opportunity for them to be like, hey, hold on a second. The only reason why she's up here and she's without a title is because she got hurt, and that's a great
strip.
And exactly, and then you
don't tarnish her legacy as undefeated too, which is like they've built that up for so long now that like it's almost gotten to like Goldberg levels. Maybe not as big.
It kind of has been though,
but like they're talking about it like it's the longest streak ever, and they should keep that going, and especially when she comes back, and she's going to be called up when she comes back. What a better way to introduce Asuka to the main event roster in the fact that she's still undefeated. And then she can just go through the Raw or SmackDown rosters. I don't even know what show she would go to in the end.
Yeah, shit. I don't even know.
I want to say Raw only because Raw is just like, it's the same 3 people in the program every month. It's either going to be Bayley, who now she's hurt. So it's going to be Sasha, Alexa, or Nia. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
At least on SmackDown, they'll throw it on Natalya to fucking throw us all off. But nobody saw that coming.
Well, that's the thing you were saying about the Goldberg problem is that, when like Kevin Nash beat Goldberg for the world title, it just really deflated everything, and especially for Goldberg. But now we won't have that problem with Asuka.
Right.
What the hell was I going to say? Sorry. I lost my train of thought. When we were there live, there was definitely louder chants for Asuka than for Ember Moon. Not that she was getting booed, but, it was clear favorite Asuka. So it's almost better the fact that, hey, you know what? We can have a new women's champion on NXT without having to tarnish, to have that person kind of like take over the legacy now of Asuka, to have that pressure put on.
Because that's what would have happened to Ember Moon.
That's what would have that would have happened to Ember Moon.
If Ember Moon
would have failed miserably. Right, and then no offense to her.
And the NXT crowd would have then started to reject her. That's how wrestling fans work.
Of course.
Speaking of wrestling fans, I have an issue of a couple things that happened this weekend. Let's finish up with NXT before I get into that.
Yeah.
So, main event, again, we weren't really... The thing about this NXT was we weren't really looking forward to it as much as we were last year.
We really weren't. This was kind of just a tradition for us.
Yeah, now it's a tradition, but it was still a very good main event. I feel like the crowd was a little deflated for Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Roode, but I mean...
We were pretty tired at that point.
I feel like the crowd in general was. I feel like once you're there for like 3 hours, that's when you start hitting that like point where like either I'm going to keep drinking and I'm going to be fucking annihilated,
baby,
or I'm going to just I'm going to stop now and I'm going to start falling asleep.
Yeah.
Which is what I think most of the crowd is.
We were trying. But yeah, so we had the main event. Drew, I mean, it was a good match.
It was good.
Drew McIntyre.
It was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the best match of the show, but I mean, it is what it is. But Drew McIntyre did become the new NXT World Champion.
Right.
Just as the credits were about to roll, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly came up to the entrance
again,
into the apron again.
But this time,
a new person came, and it was the NXT debut of Mr. Adam Cole, baby. And my God, the crowd went fucking nuts for this.
Yeah,
because
that saved the end of the show. It definitely did, because I felt like it was a very lackluster ending to a show. The crowd wasn't really behind Drew McIntyre at all. If anything, I feel like more people were rooting for Bobby Roode. Everybody loves Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
So when Adam Cole, baby, came out, it was amazing. The crowd exploded. Like, we were in the section right where he came out to.
Right where he came out.
So we heard everybody rumbling. Everyone's like, oh shit, that's him. And we're like, what? Oh my God, that's him! Oh my God. Yeah, it was really cool.
Like, I'm not gonna say I don't like Adam Cole. I like Adam Cole. I think he's a great wrestler. He's got great skills. He's got a great look. But people are they're huge on Adam Cole.
Yeah.
How people were like super
CM
into
Punk almost,
you know how like everybody was wearing Shinsuke shirts last year and was like super into Shinsuke. Like, everybody's super into the Bullet Club.
Yeah, there was so many Bullet Club shirts this year. It's unbelievable.
So many Kenny Omega, Bullet Club, Adam Cole type of shirts.
I don't believe that many people actually watch New Japan though, or even Ring of Honor. I feel like
you don't think so.
I think it's a bit of a poser statement thing to it's like the cool thing to wear. You know, it's like wearing the NWO shirt in 1998. You know, it's like wearing the DX shirt in 1999. You know
Austin
what I mean?
316.
Right? Like, you know, it's just it's the cool thing to do. The shirts are cool. They're visually pleasing. I feel like I saw kids wearing them. That kid's 11 years old. He doesn't know who fucking Kenny Omega is. His dad might be cool, but he's not that cool. There's no way he knows who that is.
Yeah, I don't know about Kenny Omega per se, but I know that Ring of Honor does have a strong presence in New York City per se. So,
that's true.
So they might know They would definitely know Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Right.
But as far
a lot of Young Bucks.
Yeah, but Kenny Omega is more of a New Japan kind of guy. He doesn't show up in Ring of Honor very often, if not at all.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Adam Cole's been rumored to be signing with the WWE for a long time.
Finally happened.
And it finally happened, and good for him. I think he's got a great, like I said, I think he's got a lot going for him.
One last thing to talk about NXT was the Hideo Itami and Aleister Black match, which was also very good.
I love the entrance.
Thought that was going to be the match of the show going in. It was very good, don't get me wrong, but I think Ember Moon and the Sanity match both kind of eclipsed it a little. Oh, see what I did there? Eclipse, because that's the name of her move.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
And we had an eclipse last weekend. No,
I loved your puns.
It was a very good show, top to bottom. Even the pre-show matches, which they aired on NXT the following week, were pretty good.
We had that great Pete Dunne there.
We had that Pete Dunne tag team match, which was great. I forget who was in it.
Yeah, I thought it was Trent Seven and Tyler Bate versus.
Oh yeah,
Pete Dunne and somebody else.
Wolfgang.
Yeah, Wolfgang. Yeah. And solid tag team match.
It's very good. Good.
Yeah, I thought Pete Dunne was injured from the week before, but I guess he pulled it up.
I was a little surprised we didn't get.
He's my favorite. I love him.
I'm a little surprised we didn't get any Cassius Ohno or Roderick Strong. I don't know what happened with that. Are they hurt or something? Did I miss something? I don't know.
I guess Roderick Strong is not much for him to do except for to get his world title match later in the TV tapings, because that's what he has now.
Right.
But Cassius Ohno, I'm surprised. I think he would have been a big hit in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's Chris Hero.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you, Josh Peck, Pete Dunne, and Wolfgang, just like we said.
Yeah.
You forgot your hashtag, by the way.
Yeah, where's the hashtag, Josh?
So, yeah, that was NXT. I mean, we couldn't go wrong with NXT Brooklyn. I mean, like I said, we came in with low expectations. We far exceeded our expectations, which is good. I was really happy for that. Like you said, you don't have to have you don't have the best card on paper.
No.
But NXT always fucking delivers.
It always delivers.
Always delivers.
That's what happens.
It doesn't pull any punches. Doesn't pull any bullshit, as we'll talk about in SummerSlam.
Right.
It's straightforward. It's great matches.
They don't oversaturate it with too many matches. They give it, like, the solid 4 to 6 matches.
They keep it straight. Like, what wrestling should be. You don't need to pull any... You don't have to pull the rug under us for any reason.
Right.
Like
if I'm watching an event,
just,
I don't need to see a screw job finish or a quick match because it's a shock factor. Like,
no, just give it to us straight.
Give us a 15-minute match and we'll enjoy it. You know, like
just give it to us straight. Give it to us straight. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I see where we're going with this.
Going where, dude? We're talking about wrestling this week.
We're talking about Brooklyn now, right? Now, what would you say how the crowd was at NXT? Because I thought the crowd was phenomenal at NXT.
Except for the too sweet.
Right, that was the one thing I had an issue with the too sweet thing.
But it wasn't something they were being obnoxious about. It was just obnoxious.
Yes, they were.
It was obnoxious to us because it was annoying us.
Right.
But it wasn't interfering with the matches. I know where you're going with this, but it was not interfering with the matches.
I'll give them that. I'll give them that. It's like the what chant.
They were excited. They were excited for the matches.
They were excited, but it's kind of
right.
It's like a hipster wrestling thing to
do.
Too
right.
Sweet. Yeah, all right, fuck off. Yeah, you're cool. You guys can say too sweet. Very fucking cool. But then let's talk about SummerSlam, man. Okay. Now, I mean, we'll get into the matches in a little bit, but I mean, what's with the fucking beach balls, guys? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
NXT crowd was very well behaved. I felt like it was more like of an adult wrestling crowd. There weren't many kids there. There were a couple kids there. You know, I can't lie about that. But for the most part, it was like an adult, mostly male show.
Yeah,
it was like WWE's version of indie wrestling, But then you go to SummerSlam, and, like, there's all these kids there, and a bunch of there's a lot of girls there, not that there's anything wrong with that, but, then the crowd gets, like, they get so full of themselves, and this is not even just a wrestling thing, like, this is kind of become a New York thing, and I don't know, Fred, if you've noticed this, but, like,
what?
Sports fans in New York are fucking terrible now. Like, they used to have this reputation of being like, oh, if you can't perform in New York, you can't perform anywhere. Like, this is the place. This is the mecca of sports. So, it's like, the pressure of playing for the New York Yankees. The pressure of playing in Madison Square Garden, Yeah. But now...
It's prestigious.
Yeah, and the crowds are rabid. But now the crowds are just like, they're fucking lame, man. Like... Fucking bringing a beach ball to a wrestling crowd. It's not a fucking concert. You're not listening. You're not in the Jones Beach Amphitheater listening to the fucking Moody Blues and fucking hitting a fucking beach ball into the water. You're at a fucking wrestling event. You're at a WWE pay-per-view. Arguably their second biggest pay-per-view of the year.
You wouldn't do that at a Broadway show.
And then it not only are they playing with a thing. It's one thing if they have this beach ball and there's like one guy hitting it, and then all this bullshit's happening. But for it to take over the entire show, where literally everybody is not watching the match that's taking place, and they're watching what's happening to the beach ball and booing it when security takes it, or when Cesaro comes and rips it in half, like. What has become of the New York crowd? Like, what has happened to us?
It's because
we used to be like an intimidating place to be. Like, we got Matt Hardy rehired from chanting "You screwed Matt Toledo" in Madison Square Garden. What the fuck happened?
Think of the bleacher creatures from the New York.
The bleacher creatures from
New
Yankee
York
Stadium.
Yankee Stadium. That was like, goddamn, you had to, like, just to be in that section was just fucking phenomenal. I think it's just like...
Aubrey Book wants to know, what is this called? The Virgin Show? I have a question for you. How do you like being blocked, you cunt? Alright.
Are you copying me now?
Yeah.
Guru of all things?
Yeah.
Basically, you know what the deal is like... And, I hate to, copy the Wrestling Nerds Alliance, but unfortunately their show is first... during the week than us. So
they release before we do.
Yeah, they release before we do, and we've kind of come into this. We're like,
it's a fucking toss up for you to do a gay joke, man. Come on.
I know. I'm off my game tonight. I apologize. Damn. I know, I'm off my game tonight. I'm a little tired. I'll
an alley oop, and you just clanked it off the backboard.
I'll straighten it out. Maybe I won't.
No, you won't.
We've kind of like come into we're like kind of like a troll fucking nation now. We always gotta troll things. We always gotta we always have to have attention onto ourselves and stuff. There was nothing wrong with that match of Cesaro and Sheamus versus the goddamn
can't remember.
Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins.
That was like
one of the fun,
one of the 4 matches we were actually looking forward to
and stuff. And it's not like one of those things where it's back in the Monday Night War days where like the crowd used to fucking throw garbage in the ring.
The crowd takes over the event. But
I'm saying like when they used to throw garbage into the ring because they were so pissed off at what was going on.
Right.
And it was just like they were so passionate. It's just they're just being fucking losers, man.
Yeah, and then
that's what everybody does now. Everybody wants to everything's got to be a fucking big deal, and everybody's got to be everything's got to be about them.
It's got to be about them.
Every little thing that happens in this fucking world is like, oh my god! It's like
we're taking over WWE in Brooklyn. We're gonna do beach balls. We're gonna do the wave during the most insignificant matches of the show. They did it during the SmackDown main event as well. They did a wave during it. They weren't even watching. I'm like, you have AJ Styles wrestling in front of you, and you're doing the goddamn wave. You don't deserve AJ Styles. You don't deserve that. Guess what? NXT and SummerSlam and Raw and SmackDown are coming back to Brooklyn again next year. And I don't want it to at this point because we don't deserve it. We are not a good wrestling crowd anymore. We have lost the ability to be a good wrestling crowd. Unless you're going to a Ring of Honor show in fucking the Hammerstein Ballroom, this is going to be... WWE should not be coming to New York anymore because we can't fucking handle it anymore. We're too much into ourselves to make us part of the show. It's fucking ridiculous. And
it's weird, yeah.
I said this before. It's taken over other sports, too. I go to Yankee games. I've been going to Yankee games my entire life. They had the old Yankee Stadium that closed in 2008, okay? The one, the house that Ruth built. And when that place closed, a part of, New York closed. And they opened up this new corporate arena, stadium the next year, 2009. And ever since they opened it that first year, the crowd does the wave during the games. Yankee fans never did the wave before the new Yankee Stadium. They did once in a while if it was an afternoon game and there's a lot of kids there. But now if you go to a Yankee game, regardless of what time it is or what the situation, it could be Yankees, Red Sox, Game 7 of the American League Championship Series, they'll start doing the wave in the 7th inning because... I don't know what the fuck happened in New York. It's a fucking New York thing. We've lost the privilege of calling ourselves one of the mecca of sports and entertainment because we're not.
Yeah, we used to be rabid and respectable though, and then
we used to be like that angry Philly crowd, but mixed in with the passion of the Boston, maybe a little bit of the racism of Boston, but I don't know what happened in New York, man. We used to have one of the best sport fan bases of whatever team you root for, but I don't think so anymore. I feel like more people are going to, say, I was there, and, take a fucking, go on Snapchat and take a picture of what they were doing. I'm not actually watching SummerSlam. Yeah. I'm just on Snapchat showing my friends that I was there.
RJ saying that the attention span is short. Maybe
you're right, RJ.
Too. I know that, you took videos of the entrances for our Periscope, and that was one thing to, for our page and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're trying to get viewers.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't doing it because I was I'm here!
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that as a disclaimer first before I say this, is that I can't stand when people, have to take photos and videos of, what they're seeing live. Maybe it's just me as just being old school, but, I refuse to take fucking photos and videos of things that I'm watching right in front of me. Right. Instead of looking at the video in front of me, I would like to be there for the moment. Now, could I have videotaped last year of Shinsuke Nakamura's amazing entrance live? Sure. And I would have had it on my phone forever? Yeah, sure. And maybe part of me kind of regrets that. But I also know that I was fucking there live, and I'll always have that moment to myself. And, that's what I appreciate more. Maybe it's a generation thing, and maybe I don't give a fuck about Snapchat and Instagram and fucking, all this bullshit. You know what I mean? Who knows?
I've gone to so many goddamn Yankee and Islander games in my life, and I can't tell you, I have more pictures of my cat than I do of my thousands of times my cat that I've had for like 2 years.
Right.
Than the hundreds and hundreds of Yankee and Islander games I've been to. So I'm with you, Fred. I don't fucking get it. But let's go into SummerSlam. We talked about NXT a lot. We kind of vented a little bit about fucking Brooklyn. I don't know if it's Brooklyn or if it's a New York thing. So let's go quickly through the matches. We're not going to talk about
I missed the entire pre-show.
The pre-show was kind of a joke. The Miztourage defeated the Hardys and Jason Jordan. It was a quick match. There was nobody in the arena yet. By the way,
that was something that happened, right? There was
nobody there. There was nobody there.
How did they do that?
Apparently,
the show's on fucking all day, and they don't put people in the crowd?
What I heard was that the Barclays Center didn't start letting people in the arena until 5 o'clock, which is when the pre-show started. So it's kind of partially the Barclays Center's fault there.
Right. They should know this from, the last 2 years.
It was just weird to see the Hardy Boys opening in front of an empty arena. I'm like,
that's weird.
It's not like Sunday Night Heat, It's a fucking SummerSlam pre-show. The next match was maybe the best match on the entire card, and it was on the pre-show.
I'm pissed that I missed it.
The New Day defending against the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the Usos. This match was fucking awesome, and the crowd had just filed in at this point, so they were into it, man. They were fucking into it. There were so many near falls. And the Usos won the tag titles back. I did not see that coming. So my fucking predictions were right off.
Yeah, as well as talk about a lot of champions. I mean, a lot of people that had lost their title from a week or two ago regained their titles back, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did. I mean, okay, good for the Usos. I mean, I'm not. I like the Usos.
Me too.
I don't know why they decided to take titles off of them again. What was the point of doing that in the first place? That's what I'm saying. Like, some of this booking shit doesn't make sense to me, and that's why NXT, I think it's just for more respected in general, is because they keep it simple, they keep it plain. Like, when things happen, it means something for a reason.
Right, they don't have title changes just for the sake of having title changes. Like, I feel like in the main roster, they'll be like, all right, Sasha's the champion. Oh, now Charlotte. Sasha.
Why?
Right, and then,
does that change anything? No.
And fucking NXT, if it's fucking, the New Day, I'm sorry, if it's the Revival and DIY, it's like, DIY are the champs for a very long time, DIY wins it for a very short time, and then they move on to somebody else. They don't change it back and forth every 5 minutes.
The only thing, maybe the criticism I'll have with NXT is sometimes they'll keep the titles on people for too long. Yeah. Where it's like, I want the DIY to win the titles already.
Yeah.
But it's just like fucking Revival beat them again for the third time after 6 months of build.
That was such a good program. I'm so pissed that they broke up DIY.
Yeah. What's it saying? Josh Beck is saying, rumor has it that they are putting the New Day on track for the record for most titles for some odd reason. Okay.
How are they going to do that with,
I don't know
the Hardy Boys, have, 8 title reigns already?
But it's also do we have to always be the fucking record?
They already have the record. They have the longest reigning tag titles of all time.
Right, but
we need to break another
I feel like we always have to beat a fucking record. WWE is all about breaking records all the time. Do we have to break a record?
Yeah. Well, they did it.
Who gives a fuck?
They started doing this when Brock Lesnar was the youngest champion. Then he left the company.
Dudley's have the most reigns with 9. You're right.
Right, Dudley's. Right. Good call.
Sorry.
But, I mean, I don't fucking know, man.
Okay.
Doesn't Christian have the most, though? Because he's, an individual fighter, too? Because he fought with, many guys? I don't know.
It's very vague sometimes with all three.
Vague outlook.
It's a vague outlook of what the... Alright, let's jump into the main card kind of thing, because...
Well, they did do... we also had Akira Tozawa and Neville in a Cruiserweight title match, and Akira Tozawa lost it right back to Neville. Neville won it back. So I did pretty good, right from the get-go.
Yeah, RJ, we agree. Some of the matches on the pre-show should not have been on the pre-show, and... Like you said, something like Cass and which we'll get into, and Big Show should have maybe been on the pre-show, but we'll get into that now.
Yeah, so I mean, Big Show and Big Cass, what a waste of goddamn time that was, and all of that fucking anticipation of getting Enzo out of the shark cage. He was like lubing himself up, taking his clothes off.
Was it like really anticipation for it?
No, I mean like they tried to build their own anticipation for it, and then he got out and he got a big boot, and then Big Show lost. I was like, okay,
so ridiculous.
Next,
there's like the shark cage is supposed to be if there's a threat, that for you to get rid of that threat in the match. Enzo is not a fucking threat.
No, he's not.
So anyway, the next night on Raw, Enzo and Cass did have a sort of a street fight of sorts, and and it looks like Enzo is going to be. Cass injured his UCL.
Yep.
And he is out for 9 months.
Yep.
So,
just had surgery.
So I think he's
Successful surgery.
I think he's really pregnant. He's about to have. He's going to have a kid. So that's maybe why he's out for
He's
9 months.
pregnant. That sounded so weird.
He's going to have a little Cass.
Yeah. So I feel bad for him. He's obviously in line for
Some sort of push.
Yeah, some big things down the line. I mean,
maybe it's good.
Vince loves him.
Well, maybe it's good because he's got heat right now, much like Enzo does too. And maybe it's good, like maybe in 9 months' time, some of the heat will clear, and then maybe that heat will, maybe his push will, be okay now.
I'm thinking. I wonder if, like, when he comes back, like, if they just pretend he's a face and help save Enzo at some point, just like
they totally could do that.
Pretend this never happened, and then Enzo will have trouble trusting him at first, and then and then it'll just end up working.
They'll do something. They totally could do something like that if they want to.
Totally.
9 months is a long ass time in WWE land.
All right, so back onto the main show. Randy Orton beat Rusev in 10 seconds. I was the only asshole who picked Rusev on this one, and apparently Rusev might be leaving WWE now.
Well, I don't know, because according to the Guru of All Things...
The Guru of All Things, right?
Apparently my new best friend on Periscope...
I think the Guru of All Things knows all things, if I'm mistaken. I could be mistaken.
So maybe Rusev isn't really leaving because the Guru of All Things
is saying
said he wasn't.
Right, so... how is he a guru? Can we tell us?
He's a faggot. That's what he is. And I'm going to take an orange dump on his fucking chest one day.
Why is it orange?
Because I want it... You know what it is? With a shit, you know how it's brown? Or sometimes, whether you eat the really weird things, it turns into, like, green. Like geese shit. I want it to... Have you ever seen orange shit?
I've not seen orange shit.
Okay. So, if you see an orange piece of shit... It's gotta be it's gotta be probably the most disgusting piece of shit you could ever imagine or smell. Like, it's orange! It's orange!
Yeah!
like, if you had, like, blue, maybe you had, like, too many blue ice pops or something, like, depending on, like, the food coloring you had. But, like, orange just seems, like, nasty and smelly and, like, just something out of, like, Mexico, like you had some kind of goddamn Mexican, nuclear burrito or something like that. It's gonna come right down on Guru of All Things, and I can't fucking wait.
Thanks for joining us, Julia.
What's up, Julia?
I don't know what's going on. We're still talking about this guy.
RJ, I'm not gonna consider a better diet because I have to contain my bowels for this guy so I can lay this glorious dump on this person.
It looks like we're gonna be good on the timing of that of the McGregor fight because they're in round 6 of 12 for the whatever this match that's going on right before you.
All right.
On our
we're more concerned about the McGregor fight.
Our totally legal stream that we're watching.
Yes, we paid $100.
$100.
We definitely did.
Yes.
We would never.
Nope.
We would never go stream it for free. That is wrong, my friend.
Nope. So let's go move along. John Cena beat Baron Corbin in the opening match of SummerSlam. Kind of buried him a little bit. And was I the only one who called that one? I might have been. I know I definitely went with Cena winning on this one, but...
no, I think we did go with Corbin. I think we did go with Cena on this one.
I went with Cena. I don't know who else did.
I
remember.
I was pretty drunk.
I remember a couple people. Maybe it was the WNA went with them.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
they are,
because I do remember saying last week that I was like, I just kind of feel like he's in the doghouse, and now all the reports are coming out that that's exactly what's happening. He's in the doghouse, so they're gonna bury him for a little bit.
Why is he in the doghouse, Craig?
He's in the doghouse because apparently he went on a Twitter rant. he decided to start making fun of a veteran, and he also complained about. What did he do? What was the other thing? He complained about he did two things on Twitter. I can't remember.
I just heard he just had Twitter remarks and stuff like that he was doing and stuff.
Yeah,
and
something about some veteran. They told him he was insignificant or something.
Rob said we did go with Corbin. Okay, we all wanted Corbin pretty much. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, Cena also said that Baron Corbin is not ready yet, which means. He's not ready in Vince McMahon's eyes.
Yeah, I heard that.
Which I don't think he is, though.
I just read something today that
I don't think he's ready for a world title or anything at this point.
No.
At this very moment?
No.
Maybe at the end of the year?
I wanted him to be at the end of last year, saying oh man, 2017 is gonna be a good year for Baron Corbin. I almost said Karen Borbin. Karen Borbin,
his sister.
It's his girlfriend.
What sports does she do? Shot put or something like that?
She plays softball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She has a special friend.
No, I read something on the dirt sheets today saying that Cena at one point was yelling at Corbin during the match, saying calm down, you haven't done anything yet, and it not like he's in character, oh, what are you gonna do? No, he was yelling at him. He's like, yo, chill out. You haven't accomplished anything yet, and people picked that up too. So apparently, once Cena, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe Corbin got mad at him for making him look bad during the match. I don't know. I have no idea. But apparently, he's in the doghouse. Cena is not a fan of him, which means Vince McMahon is definitely not a fan of him. So you can pretty much, I would say, you could kiss Baron Corbin's title reign in 2017 from happening, because we're in August now. We're running towards the end of the year.
Kiss him goodbye.
Maybe next year he'll have another chance, but let's move along. I mean, look this fucking next match, dude. I mean, the SmackDown Women's Tag Title. I mean, Natalya versus Naomi. Everybody thought Naomi was going to retain, and we were going to get a Carmella cash-in. I think everybody, all five of us on the show last week, said that was going to happen.
Especially since Corbin had lost his briefcase on SmackDown before SummerSlam, that we thought that Carmella at least would cash hers in at SummerSlam. Time.
Let people think oh yeah, not every cash-in works, and then it works the next time.
Exactly.
But nope, we were all wrong, and fucking Natalya is your new SmackDown Women's Champion.
Fuck yeah.
Wait. This is my Natalya impression. What is that? What is that?
I hope that's not what she sounds like in bed. Or maybe I do.
It's more like that. What she sounds like in bed.
That was so bad.
Good. It was great. It was fine.
That was so bad that I had to laugh.
So bad I had to laugh.
Yeah. I can see if Natalya won and then Carmella cashed it in and beat her, but what is this gonna do? What the fuck?
We hate Natalya. What? We've hated Natalya from a long time ago. You listen to some of our really old episodes.
No fucking value.
She really doesn't. I don't care that she was trained in the dungeon.
They don't give a fuck.
Just because you were trained in the dungeon doesn't mean goddamn shit. Look at Tyson Kidd. I love the guy, but fuck, he couldn't stay healthy. I mean, there's so many guys who come out of the dungeon.
That wasn't his fault, though. But
it was kind of his fault because he didn't protect himself.
All right, but just because you were trained in the dungeon was not mean that you were trained by Stu Hart.
No. Okay? It means you were trained by the brothers.
Owen Hart, Bret Hart, Davey Boy Smith Hart, that whole legacy right there.
Yeah.
Dynamite Kid, whatever it was.
Lance Storm, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho.
They were trained by Stu Hart.
Yes.
Just because you wrestled in a basement, a random basement, doesn't mean
we're in a basement, Fred.
Anything.
Are we in the dungeon right now?
We're in the dungeon of Dixon House of Pain right now.
We're in the Dixon dungeon.
Right, exactly. So, fuck Natalya. That was terrible.
Fuck Natalya, man. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know why, but
hopefully the title just gets off for her quickly. Just I don't know. Put it on Charlotte. Just get it on Charlotte or Becky.
Fuck Tyson Kidd, Rob.
Just quick.
I don't give a shit about Tyson Kidd. He was never that good. He was
Samoa Joe did hurt him. No, that's what happened.
Was it Samoa Joe who did?
Yeah, he gave him the muscle buster in a tryout / pre-show match, and that's how he got hurt.
That's why you don't go in the ring with Joe.
Joe will kill you.
Yeah.
Joe will kill you.
Should call him the Samoan crippling machine.
Yeah, really.
The Raw Women's title, Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks.
This was forgettable.
It's weird because I was just gonna say that, but then when you read everything that happened during the show on like all these websites, they're calling it like the match of the night. I'm like, what show are you watching? What show are you guys watching?
Did you not watch the main event?
What? Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss was the match of the show? I don't even remember. I didn't even remember that Sasha won until I watched Raw the next night. That's how little I remembered about this match.
And you come on, really? You're gonna say that the 4-way main event was not the best match on the card?
Yeah, you're fucking high if that's what you think.
Yeah, you're fucking high on meth or some shit like that.
Some shit like that.
Anyway, fuck it. Anyway, let's pass some of this.
Yeah.
Ben Balor.
Ben Fowler! No relation to Karen Borden.
He fought Bray Wyatt. He was a Demon King. He won.
Ben Fowler.
And then Ben Fowler interfered and beat up Finn Balor.
It beat
Nothing
up
happened. Bray Wyatt got jobbed out again.
Yeah, who gives
End
a
of
shit?
Fucking story.
I like Finn Balor, but I don't like him being involved with Bray Wyatt at all because Bray Wyatt he's not the eater of worlds. He's the eater of storyline and progression and
the eater
character
of
development. He's the eater of pinfalls. That's a good one, yeah. What does that even mean, eater of worlds? That doesn't mean anything.
The Eater of Worlds. I feel like that's like a nickname that like a backyard wrestler would come up with.
Right,
like that doesn't really make sense. Like, I am the destructor of the world.
Oh
like,
shit! This boxing one might be over. He's down.
He's down. All right.
He's down. We might be moving on to McGregor.
We
need to start wrapping this shit up. All
right.
World title matches. Brock Lesnar ones. All right, cool.
Yeah, so it was cool to take with the World Tag Team titles. I mean, it was cool that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose did beat Sheamus and Cesaro.
Very good moment. Very good moment.
RJ saying Bray Wyatt is the eater of losses and pay-per-views. That's certainly true. Man, the way they really have destroyed this character of Bray Wyatt is just sad. Honestly, he came up with this gimmick himself, and he just it's such a good fucking gimmick, and he
needs to have, as you always say, he needs to have his fucking cult following behind him. He's nothing without them. He doesn't seem influential if he's just talking all vague and talking about the stars and the stratospheres. Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about, and it's not cool. When fucking Ultimate Warrior started talking about the fucking stratosphere and fucking all that shit.
Exactly.
Because he was just so fucking crazy. You're like, this is amazing television. Bray Wyatt's just Bray Wyatt's like a guy who's he loves the smell of his own farts. Oh man, I fucking farted my hand before. It was the greatest ever smell. Who cares? Shut the fuck up, Bray. Yeah,
my asshole is a god.
Yeah, the Raw Tag Titles was a good match. Of course, it was ruined by the Brooklyn crowd with the fucking with the beach ball. Of course, Cesaro saved that by running into the crowd, grabbing it, ripping it in half, getting a huge ovation, and the crowd was like, "Oh yeah, yes, wrestling, yes, wrestling, yeah."
Right. It was cool that Cesaro was able to get good cheap heel heat out of it, and then like I said, the next night on Raw, more beach balls came out than on SmackDown. It's they were fucking bunnies, and they were fucking, and they multiplied because,
oh my god, fuck WWE.
God forbid one thing. I can see a beach ball here and there, whatever. Shit happens and stuff like that. But then, of course, you have to take it to the extreme and ruin things.
I've been to so many WWE events over the years, but there was a moment, I don't know, 10 years ago, where I was so mad at some show. They had 2 women's matches, and this wasn't the good women's wrestling era.
No.
This was the bad, very bad one, Melina
versus Eve Torres
and Kelly and Eve Torres, and every match was terrible. And there was this particular show. It was a pay-per-view. Had 2 women's matches, and they only had the 1 titles or something. They only had 1 title. They didn't have 2
cool.
And it was so bad. And I remember chanting at a match, I was like, we already had a women's match, and the people around me kind of chuckled, and then some guy from really far away was like, you don't think they're hot? I'm like, I'm like, can you even see them from up here? Like, we are so far away. If I want to watch porn, I can do that. I don't need to go to a live event to see a bunch of fucking people, a bunch of women wrestling. I'm sorry.
I never
Plenty
got
of porn out there for that.
Yeah, exactly. I never gotten, like, after the age of 14 or 15, I've gotten over hot girls in wrestling, and they're so hot because it's called porn, people, and I can put it up on my television, well, not television, computer, and I can just go to town.
Yeah, and so but
my mom is
ever since that fucking kid yelled
right
at me, I was like, I fucking hate wrestling shows. So that's when I started to go to a lot less of them. I used to go to like everyone in the local area. Now I don't go once a year now.
We're the two guys that like love wrestling, but we hate wrestling fans.
We hate wrestling fans. They're the worst. They really are the worst.
Because they just like, oh man, they're so exaggerated over everything. Like we're so cynical. But I don't know, maybe we're not cynical. Maybe we're just like normal and we just happen to like wrestling. But then like the people around us are just like, I'm a super fan! Like, it's just like fucking nuts. And like, I don't know if it's us or if it's them.
It's a little bit of both. I know I'm a little jaded. I'm very jaded, but
I can have a conversation with a regular wrestler.
Yeah, I could have one too. Yeah,
like if I met like somebody like you that you know, like my friend at work, Craig. He's like, he watches with his son.
Wait a minute, you have a friend named Craig at work?
Yeah,
he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Wow.
Yeah, true that. True story.
I know there was more than one Craig out there.
Yeah, and it was a wrestling fan. Does watch it with his son as well.
Wow. My son likes it too.
Yeah, no, it's true though. But like then during on Tuesday we'll be like, oh, did you catch Raw and stuff like that? Oh, that was cool. It was cool. Like we have like a normal like kind of conversation about it. We're not just like, dude, wouldn't it be cool if like he did a fucking 360 into a flaming table with dildos?
That fucking happened. That happened to me at fucking NXT Takeover.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
He's like, how fucking great would it be if Drew McIntyre did a Hurricanrana? I was like, why would that be cool? What is cool about that?
Yeah,
what is cool?
I could tell you were getting mad because you were just like, yeah, it wouldn't be that cool. Totally just like shut him down.
I just shut him down. Yeah, fuck wrestling fans like that. They're the worst. They're the worst. Like, wouldn't it be great if the NWO came out right now? I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Half of them are dead now, so shut the fuck up. Stop making shit up. Stop saying random things. Wouldn't it be great if Mickey Mantle hit a pinch hit home run right now? No, he's dead. He's dead, guys. He's dead. He's dead.
Damn, Rob English is fucking smart because he just like totally gave my secret away that, I'm leaving you, Craig.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's another Craig in my life.
That's
and
fine.
Sayonara.
But it says no Craigs.
But I'm only allowed one.
Oh.
And I choose him.
We have 18 viewers on our fucking... what is your favorite wrestling outfit? In all caps. I don't even know what that means.
Naked Minion.
Are you being the gimmick of what I'm just saying? Like, wouldn't it be great if we did a Hurricane right now? Is that what you're doing, or are you actually saying that? Are you one of them, or are you going along with my joke?
Those guys would cheer for Earl Hebner. Yeah, I guess they would.
They probably would.
Yeah. So AJ Styles.
AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States title at SummerSlam.
With Shane McMahon as the referee!
Oh, dude, I thought I was so close to being calling
24 users?
26 now.
Holy shit, how many are bots?
I'm one, are you one too? Yes!
Are you one from 25 too?
I am one, yes!
Yeah!
Wait, okay. Me and Fred, I think we told this before. Yeah. Oh, I got a headache from laughing. Sorry, you go.
Okay, so we're at the supermarket going to buy meat or whatever, shit like that. So we're wearing...
Wait, don't phrase it like that.
What?
We were going to the supermarket to get meat.
We're gonna get
You weren't even trying on that one.
Who wants some man meat?
Man pie.
Man pie. So someone's wearing a wrestling shirt. You or me are wearing a Daniel Bryan shirt.
I was, yeah.
And this guy just comes out of nowhere around the corner and just goes, yup. First of all, we're just like shook. We're like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? And he's like, you guys watch wrestling? And we're like, yeah, we do watch wrestling.
We kind of blew him off. We're like,
all right, see. Like, listen to our podcast called the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. Like, wait, how do you spell that? I'm like, forget it.
No, he's like, what's a podcast? We're like, alright, fuck you. And then he followed us out the door. He was like, so you guys like wrestling? We're like, yeah, man, yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm only wearing a wrestling shirt, you know?
Yeah, I got this at Goodwill. Like,
definitely. So our friend was there with us.
Oh, yeah, our friend
who
who
doesn't like wrestling whatsoever. Like,
poor Tim.
Hates the show, hates wrestling whatsoever. And he goes to us like, Can we go over about what just happened right there? Because like when we left the supermarket, we're just like dum dum dum,
yeah.
like you know, like we didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
But like for him, that's like what the fuck just happened?
Why haven't we talked about this?
Why haven't we discussed
the way he came? The way he approached us about it was like, okay, wait, guys, we have to talk about what just happened. And we're like,
he was so dumbfounded,
and we were like, "Whoa, what happened? Is everything
we're like,
okay?
Are you okay, Tim?
Are you okay?" He's like, "What was that guy doing?" And we're like, "Oh, he's just a faggot wrestling fan." And then we moved on. He's like,
"Oh, okay."
Oh, it's fun.
Like you guys, only gayer,
right? Really? Yeah.
39.
Why don't you so many?
Are we going to be a featured podcast fucking feed on the Periscope?
Not now, and after you stumble over your fucking words. Stumble for freaking
cool. Did you put like a hashtag like
I didn't do anything.
Trump's assassination or
maybe
something?
People are, I think they're looking for the Mayweather fight.
Oh.
They're probably like,
you're not going to find it here.
They're not going to find it. I mean, we are watching
40, 30, 20, 10.
We are watching it.
We're trying to find what's going on with it now. It's starting soon.
They're doing the scores of the last match.
Okay.
We got time. They got the intros and stuff. There'll be some more videos. We got time.
All right, so we got the WWE title match. We got.
I mean, we didn't even talk about that match. I thought I wanted.
Oh, right, yeah. So
AJ and Kevin. I was hoping we were getting a Shane McMahon heel turn,
delayed.
But it didn't end up happening. Oh, it's delayed. Perfect.
It's outage. Okay. All right. Good.
Awesome.
We have time.
So yeah, I kind of felt like Shane McMahon was going to do the heel turn, and I was rooting for it to happen. And it just didn't happen. I was a little upset about that. But, yeah, I probably should have saw that coming.
It was funny that, like, the next night on SmackDown, Kevin Owens was, like, bitching to Shane McMahon. He's just like, you fell out of a helicopter. You've gone off the Titantron. He's like, but you got tagged a little bit by a 450, which was, like, he pretty much, like, covered over, like... AJ Styles to get hit by by Kevin Owens to get hit by a 450.
Yeah.
It looked really fucking stupid and like forced and stuff like that. Like, I will say that.
Like Kevin Owens is on the ground and he's like, hey, are you okay? Should I kiss you? Would that make you feel better?
They boom. And he got hit so many times. It was so ridiculous. But anyway,
very dumb.
AJ Styles won with a Styles Clash, I believe.
I don't even fucking remember.
Alright, well, whatever. I'll say he did, but
yeah.
Phenomenal. Periscope. We got a lot of people like talk to us
50
here.
Fucking people. Whoa.
Who's a girl? Holla at us.
Holla.
Yeah. What are you doing? Why are you being silent for it? Talk to us. We'll respond back.
This can't be right. It's got to be wrong.
It's got to be wrong. It's definitely like dyslexic and.
It's going up. It's not even going down. Not one person is leaving. There's no way there are 55 fucking people watching us right now.
Say stuff.
175 total viewers.
There's no way. There's no way.
All right. Anyway, let's go to the WWE title match. And this is where I fucking tapped out, man.
This was bad.
The WWE
really
title
really
match.
Bad.
Fucking Rob, you motherfucker, you got this right. But I mean,
God damn you, Rob.
Shinsuke Nakamura challenging Jinder Mahal for the WWE title. I mean, what the fuck? Jinder Mahal still, after all this time, you had the chance to get it off of him in Brooklyn, a place that was going to get really behind Shinsuke Nakamura. What the fuck, guys? What the fuck? What the fuck?
And my argument was that Shinsuke became the number one contender. He kicked out of basically 3 attitude adjustments, but he lost to one. What's the move called?
I don't fucking know. I'm gonna call it what it is. It's a fucking
shit drop.
It's a hug drop. Yeah, it's a fucking hug drop.
Why does Jay-Z have croissant lips? I'm not gonna go there because I don't want to cause another Charlottesville, and I don't want to cause it in Long Island. On that note, that was a bullshit.
If anybody's gonna do that, it would be me. Apparently, I'm very racist.
You are a racist motherfucker.
Very racist.
You are a racist motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh.
But apparently, okay, I know that we've bitched in the past about pay-per-view DQ finishes on pay-per-views.
Yes.
This is the one time I would have accepted that.
Yeah, no, me too. Instead of burying him, why they did this, I never know. Why they didn't just put him over and have him win the title, I don't understand.
No clue.
I don't understand. Maybe it's too quick since he got called up, maybe, but I don't think
They
so.
don't have the fucking match.
Then don't, yeah, exactly. Don't have the fucking match.
Don't have the fucking match.
And you know what? Who wouldn't
Randy
do this?
Orton versus Jinder Mahal.
You know who wouldn't do this? NXT wouldn't do stupid shit like this. They wouldn't do stupid shit like this.
Right. He would win the title.
He would have won the title, which is what he did last year at Takeover Brooklyn.
It's called the Colosse.
Oh, the Colosse, yeah.
The Colosse. Thank you, Josh Peck, for telling us that.
Of course
You knew that.
Hashtag Fashionable.
I don't really have much to say about this match. Other
Why
than
does it say we have 88 viewers? That is not happening. There is nobody talking to us on Periscope.
Yeah, there's no way. There would have been comments up the ass. And plus, we're not hot chicks, so there's no way that
Is Jinder Mahal more Rick Rude or Rick Martel? I think he's more Muhammad Hassan in that he's terrible, and I hope he gets fired soon.
Yeah, how can you even make that comparison? I mean, like, they're all three of them are completely different from each other.
Like, is Brock Lesnar like Just Joe or Mickey James? What?
Hashtag fucking stupid.
Fucking stupid. I'm gonna start using that. I mean,
let's talk about the real match.
Yeah,
the match we were all waiting for.
I tried to get excited for this match after what happened with that Shinsuke match, but I was just I shut down after that.
You saw me, you know, like how I was just like fucking just like I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
Like I just stood there. I was like, that just happened.
Yep.
Like I was just completely speechless for like 10 minutes. I was so
on your birthday.
Outraged.
On
I was
your birthday.
So
on your fucking birthday.
On my birthday.
On your birthday.
Yeah, thank you. That was a beautiful present there, WWE.
Yeah.
You really know how to give it to me.
That was not nice.
You really gave it to me hard there.
Yeah. Well.
You really just stuck it to me.
Well.
You really knew how to slide it right in, didn't you?
Phrasing.
You really. Yes, Craig. It is a phrase. And sometimes we go through phases.
Yeah, you go through phases, Fred? Like
we all go through phases in life, you know.
I'm intrigued by what you mean by that, though. Please do tell me more. And by me, tell me more.
Omar Stark says that it only says 3 views on there, so we really don't have 105 viewers.
No, he's on Facebook, though. He's on Facebook. Oh. He's not on Periscope.
Omar, you got to go on to Periscope.
We're talking about Periscope.
Yeah, we're talking about Periscope. Folks.
Periscope says we're on 107 viewers now.
With no one talking
to us.
How
is this possible?
With no one talking to us.
There was literally nobody talking to us.
Like, not even hot girls that dance around for no reason. There's no way. It's all bots.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 people in it. But it says 102 more viewers. How is that possible? That's not possible.
I don't count that Rob guy as a viewer because I think he stinks.
You know what? I'm going to tell him something.
Should we block that Rob guy?
Yeah, you sick. That's what I wanted to say.
You sick, bro.
You sick, bro. There we go. That'll show him.
No, like phases and stuff like that. Like,
you have phases?
I'm going through a phase right now.
What's your phase that you're going through right now, Fred?
Well,
Fred?
As we knew last week, it was discovered, it was brought to everyone's attention, everybody was flabbergasted about, that Corey was not a girl and was a guy. Now, Craig, I knew that it shocked you to death as much as it shocked me.
Nope.
But
nope.
It's a phase that I went through. It's a mistake that I went through. And I'm never going to make that mistake again. So, it's a phase that I went through. That's okay. We all go through phases.
I thought you just didn't know.
I didn't know. I found out by accident. And I had to tell you that because I knew that you were like kind of on the fence about it too. So
I was never.
I just wanted to let you know last week that, and I wanted to tell Rob, Cliff, and Ed. I know that they were all like very shocked as well.
No, they weren't.
That, Corey was a dude.
No, we all knew that.
Is a dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we still know that. We know. We never did not know that.
Really?
Yeah, no, we knew that from the get-go. We knew that.
Oh.
Fred, you also told us last week that, you might have been still in the relationship with Corey.
Okay. I'm not going to say I'm still in the relationship.
So what would you say?
I would say I'm stuck in the relationship.
Oh, dear.
Now I've made progress.
Progress would be not stuck. So...
Progress. This is what I did, Craig.
Yes, right.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
I changed my I don't know if you noticed this, but I changed my Facebook status to single.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you Facebook friends with her?
I am.
Him?
Yes.
You are? Okay.
I am, yeah.
So he saw this. Did he like it?
If there's no, he didn't like it at all.
2-on-3 handicap match, the Fire Crotch and Craig versus Nerds Alliance. I think you're the Fire Crotch. What does that mean? Oh, I get it. Sorry. Ooh, a little slow there. Who would win? Fire Crotch, obviously. I mean, I would tap out. I would join the other side, and I would still lose. I think we'd all lose. I think everybody loses.
That's true.
Even the viewers. Even the 141 people. What the fuck? What the fuck, Periscope? That's not accurate. There's no way there's 141 people watching us right now. It's fucking ridiculous.
But I just don't want to talk about things anymore. Like, you know.
Ever again?
No, but, well, you know, it was like I took a bold step, and I wanted to say that I was single, just to let all the females know that I am straight and that I'm single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, okay.
And to lingle all over them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Craig,
Fred.
I can't get out of this, Craig. I can't get out of this relationship.
Are you okay, man? You okay, bro?
No, I'm not okay.
Oh, boy. I'm getting a little uncomfortable in here. This has always been this goal?
Like, I don't even want to show you the bruises and the marks that I have on my body. Because, you know.
You shouldn't show me anything.
Because there was a sack of oranges and she beat me with it.
Is that why you were talking about orange poo before?
Yeah. Because I had oranges. I ate the oranges that I was beat up with afterwards.
You got a little hungry after?
Well, yeah. I took a beating. So, Craig, I took an F5 through my kitchen table, for Christ's sake. And I can't get out of this
Sounds
relationship.
like a house of horrors, man.
I can't get out of this relationship, Craig, and I need help.
Brock Lesnar retained the WWE Universal Championship match in a fatal 4-way match against Roman Reigns.
Craig, come on, man.
Braun Strowman.
I thought you loved me as a friend.
You're my bro, man.
Because I love you. I fucking love you.
These are strong words.
I fucking love your ass off.
Okay, see now that's where I don't want to talk much to more. Like, let's just pretend
we ride or die together, and I would ride with you any day.
Oh, God damn it. When do you say these things? Oh, he's probably fucked up on Oxy or something. Shout out to Pepper Hicks on the Benetting show as we completely lose control here as we wrap up. Do we have anything else to talk about?
The main event.
Who cares about it? It was great.
A good match.
It was a good
really
match.
Good.
It was actually really
good. And we
good.
predicted Brock. I said Brock. The Brock. The Brock says.
Do you know what the Brock? Do you smell what the Brock is cooking? No, it was a good match. It was a very good match.
Sable's pussy.
Okay, I gotta get regaining my composure here. The beginning of the match was probably my favorite part, where Braun Strowman put him through 3 fucking tables.
Yeah, he's just like the whole
fucking
thing.
Awesome.
It's the whole smorgasbord of tables is gone.
Yeah, this match is starting soon, bro.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this shit up.
So anyway, 4-way title match, good.
Can we do that for the rest of the show?
Oh, they're doing the anthem for the Bronx. Come on, we gotta get out of this.
Yeah, we should move on. Oh, they didn't even come out to the ring yet. We got time. It's gonna take a half an hour.
They're doing the. I want to see the entrances.
I do too. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap up. We didn't talk about a lot of stuff, but we're also approaching an hour here, and we're not like those nerds who go on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Except for last week, because that was out of control.
Moist.
All right. I think that's pretty much gonna do it for us. I would like to thank our 182 viewers on Periscope.
Whoever's real or
not.
Our
very quiet Periscope viewers. It's been a blast.
They were listening very intently to us.
Yeah, I mean
that's why.
There was definitely no gaps of talking.
There was no trolls or anything.
There was no trolls.
Yeah.
Like, you and me, we were just constantly talking throughout the whole point, so... looking for Mayweather.
Yeah, I mean, the fight's about to start. That's why we're ending it a little earlier.
Yeah.
Right now.
We're at about an hour here. Anyway.
We definitely paid for it, folks.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Do not question whether we did, because we totally did.
We made sure we paid for it with our imaginary credit card.
Everybody's got a price.
And our price was 0.
100. It was 100.
Right, yes, exactly. Oh, my bad.
Yes.
There's Mayweather. Okay.
Yep, time to move it on.
Okay, we love this fight about to show up right now.
Fred could take them both. I don't know who we're talking about now.
Yeah. McGregor or Mayweather.
I go with Fred.
I'm 50-0.
In his ass.
What?
That's what Rob said. I didn't know what that meant either. There's a delay.
Rob! So. Don't start another rivalry. Because we'll take you down again.
And it won't be the finger poke of doom. It'll be the, of doom.
The fist of doom. And I'll fist you fucking as hard as I need to.
Ow! Of doom.
Right. I'll punch you square in the ass.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I'll make sure you bleed.
Matt wants Rob's dick, apparently. Eiffel Tower. I don't know. We've lost all control here on Periscope.
That's right.
That's time.
We're in Eiffel Tower fucking Rob.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm gonna tap out. Fred, you work on your Corey Sitch. I
know, but I wish you would help me with it, though.
Oh, you think I should help you? Good. Please help me.
Maybe we can Eiffel Tower her and take care of, double team
nope.
her.
All right, I'm out. I'm gonna go watch. I'm gonna watch McGregor win.
Again? Really?
And Fred, this is for you.
What is shit siren? Oh, the shit siren's on. Okay.
Alright, peace out.
Alright, guys, I'm ready to go. Can't wait to drink what I'm gonna drink. That's empty, okay. I'll try the next one. That's empty also. Okay. I'm gonna go die of thirst and stuff. So bye everybody. McGregor, hope you win, but